The heavenly sword saint stands before the ascension gate, his blade cutting through 12 nascent soul cultivators like paper. Blood rains from the sky. His silver hair whips in winds that could shatter mountains. He scrams at the heavens because he knows what comes next. In 3 hours his body will collapse. No spirit root means no cultivation. No cultivation means no ascension. And this titan of martial arts who has slaughtered his way to the peak will die mortal for the 40th time. But today's different. Today he knows the truth. Today he knows who cursed him. The sword saint turns toward a figure watching from the clouds, someone who's been there for all 40 lives, and his voice cuts through reality itself. I know what you did. Let's rewind to where this nightmare truly began. Chapter 1 opens on Kang Jihoon's first death. Not his first as in this life, but his first. The original. We see him as the world's greatest martial artist, the undefeated sword of the azure sky, standing atop Mount Chonwang, having just unified every martial sect under his banner. He's 40 years old. He's never lost a fight. And he's hitting the wall every martial artist hits. Without a spirit root he can't cultivate chi. Without chi cultivation he can't break through to immortality. He'll age. He'll die. All this power means nothing against time. Jihoon stands there, master of the mortal realm, staring at cultivators half his skill fly overhead because they were born with something he wasn't. That's when She appears. The immortal of eternal blossoms, Seohyun, descending in robes that shimmer like starlight. She's heard of the mortal who conquered the martial world without a spirit root. She finds it amusing. Impressive even. And she makes him an offer. I can give you immortality, she says, her voice like honey over glass. Not through cultivation but through something better. You'll never truly die. You'll be reborn as your own descendants, keeping all your memories, all your skills. Lifetime after lifetime to search for a way to ascend. The transformation is agony. Seohyun places her hand over his heart and his entire bloodline rewrites itself in real time. Golden chains wrap around his essence. When it's done, Jihoon asks when he'll gain his spirit root. Seohyun just smiles. Life 2. Life 7. Life 15. We get a montage of Jihoon's existence, each life bleeding into the next. Each time he's born into his own bloodline. Each time no spirit root. He tries everything. In life 8 he marries a cultivator hoping the bloodline will take. His children have weak roots but his reincarnation doesn't. In life 12 he seeks ancient ruins and forbidden techniques. Nothing. In life 19 he literally begs the heavens for answers. Silence. The manhwa shows us his degradation. Early lives he's hopeful. Middle lives he's frustrated. Later lives he's going through motions. By life 37 Kang Jihoon has lived for over 2,000 years of cumulative existence and he's no closer to ascending than when he started. Each death feels emptier than the last. But life 40 is different. Jihoon is born and something feels wrong. His family is under attack from the Crimson Lotus sect, a cultivation powerhouse hunting his bloodline. At age 5, barely able to walk with an adult mind, he watches cultivators slaughter his parents. His father dies protecting him, whispering with his last breath, they're looking for him. Not the family. Him specifically. The cultivators test 5-year-old Jihoon for spirit roots, find nothing, and leave him alive out of mercy. The insult stings but Jihoon's mind is racing. How did they know about his reincarnation? Who told them? Orphaned, he's taken in by the Azure Sky sect, the very sect he founded in his first life, now a major cultivation power. By age 12 Jihoon is already at master level, his 40 lifetimes of experience making him untouchable in pure combat. He catches attention of Elder Mun Daeshik, a gruff nascent soul cultivator who becomes his mentor. One night Elder Mun tells Jihoon about the Rootless King legend. Centuries ago, supposedly there was a martial artist cursed to reincarnate forever without spirit roots as punishment by an immortal. Most think it's a myth. But Elder Mun looks at Jihoon strangely when he tells it. Jihoon keeps his face neutral, but inside his blood turns to ice. It's not a legend. It's him. And if people know about it, that means the immortal who cursed him has been talking. Someone out there knows his secret and has been spreading it for centuries. At 18, Jihoon faces Baek Yuna in a sect competition, a core formation genius and the sect master's daughter. She's dismissive at first. He's just a rootless mortal. But when they fight, Jihoon moves like water, predicting every technique, countering cultivation-enhanced attacks with pure skill. He doesn't win, her chi is too overwhelming, but he makes her work for it. The arena goes silent. Immortal just pushed a core formation cultivator to 60% power. Other disciples stare in disbelief. The elders lean forward. Even Baek Yuna looks at him differently now, respect mixing with confusion in her eyes. How can someone with no spiritual power fight like that? Jihoon just bows and walks away, leaving everyone with questions he'll never answer. After the match, a dying man appears in Jihoon's room. Appears. Just materializes. He's a soul-severing cultivator, covered in curse marks, barely holding his form together. He grabs Jihoon's shoulder with desperate strength. I know what you are. I know about your curse. The immortal who did this, Lee Seo-hyun, she's not just alive. She's been engineering your bloodline. Every generation she manipulates marriages, kills off children with spirit root potential, ensures your reincarnations never have power. You're not cursed to find cultivation. You're cursed to never find it. The silence in that room is deafening. 40 lives. 40 times hoping the next would be different. And it was designed. Rigged. Every single time. The cultivator continues, she made me help her. I tracked your bloodline. I killed your descendants who showed promise. This poison, I took it myself because I couldn't anymore. She's planning something with your 40th life. This was supposed to be your last. He explodes into ash before finishing. Jihoon sits in that room for 6 hours. Not moving. Barely breathing. 2,000 years of struggle wasn't bad luck or divine test. It was one immortal's entertainment. The next morning he goes to Elder Mun and asks a dangerous question. How does a mortal kill an immortal? Elder Mun nearly spits his tea. That's suicide talk, boy. Jihoon doesn't flinch. Hypothetically. Elder Mun studies him for a long moment. There are forbidden techniques. The Void Heart method lets you channel the concept of emptiness, it doesn't require chi but it eats your lifespan. A mortal might get one good strike before they crumble to dust. Jihoon meets his eyes. Because I'm going to fight someone who cursed me to 40 lifetimes of failure and I have 3 months before this body gives out anyway. Elder Mun's eyes go wide. You're the rootless king. Jihoon leaves the sect with nothing but his sword and 40 lifetimes of skill, heading for the Dead Valleys to find the Ashen Monk. 3,000 miles through cultivation territories. When he can't avoid detection, he fights. A golden core cultivator ambushes him. Jihoon uses terrain, traps, and pure technical skill to survive, ending the fight by collapsing a cliff on the cultivator. News spreads. A rootless mortal is making fools of cultivators. The Crimson Lotus sect sends a hunting party led by Hong Jisoo, a nascent soul prodigy. They corner Jihoon at a ravine. 5 nascent soul cultivators against 1 mortal. Hong Jisoo offers mercy. Jihoon laughs. You think this is the worst odds I've faced? I've died 40 times. What's once more? He jumps backward off the cliff. They chase, but he planned this, disappearing into river systems they can't track. Jihoon finds the Ashen Monk in a temple built from bones. The monk is half skeleton, his body punished by ancient forces. Can you break my curse? Jihoon asks. The monk shakes his head. Breaking it would erase you from existence. But I can teach you to use it. Your curse made you immortal in a way no cultivator is. Your soul has lived 40 lives, accumulated 40 lifetimes of experience, passion, pain. That's power if you know how to access it. The Void Heart method channels your soul's accumulated life force directly, bypassing spirit roots. For 3 months, Jihoon trains. His body breaks down from the technique. Hair turns silver. Hands shake. But his power grows. He learns to manifest soul pressure that crushes cultivation barriers. He learns to blink through space. He learns to cut with the idea of severance itself. Jihoon emerges looking like death but feeling powerful for the first time in 40 lives. He begins the journey to Seohyun's domain. The Crimson Lotus sect is waiting at the coast, dozens of cultivators in a formation. Kang Jihoon speaks with respect now. You've earned an honorable death, Rootless King. Jihoon draws his sword and for the first time it hums with power. Not chi. Something that makes cultivators step back in fear. I don't have time for you. Void Heart, Severance. He swings once. The formation shatters. The technique cuts through their cultivation like it's not there. 12 nascent soul cultivators drop from the sky, cores cracked. Kang Jihoon stares in horror. That's impossible. Jihoon blinks forward, blade to his throat. Tell me why your sect hunted my family. Kang Jihoon confesses they were hired by an immortal to keep pressure on his bloodline. The cultivation world watches in shock. A mortal just devastated a major sect. Jihoon reaches the Eternal Blossom Palace, floating above the Eastern Sea. Seohyun sits on a throne of flowers, looking exactly as she did 2,000 years ago. She claps as he approaches. You made it. You've exceeded every expectation. Jihoon's voice is ice. Why? Why curse me? Why engineer my bloodline? Why make me suffer for 2,000 years? Seohyun's smile grows wider. Because I'm going to steal your body. The revelation hits like a meteor. She circles him like a predator. Immortals can't truly grow stronger after a certain point. We're stuck. But you have a soul that's lived 40 lives. The density of your existence is unprecedented. If I transfer my consciousness into your body, I'll ascend beyond immortality. The curse was never punishment. It was cultivation. I've been growing you like a spiritual fruit for 2 millennia. And now you're finally ripe. Jihoon feels sick. Everything was her farming him. But he notices Seohyun is nervous. She's not certain she can beat him anymore. The Void Heart method changed something. You want my body? Come take it. The battle is catastrophic. Seohyun unleashes immortal techniques that rewrite reality, flowers that bloom into pocket dimensions, vines that age anything they touch. Jihoon cuts through them with severance, erasing her techniques at the conceptual level. She flies, he blinks to her. She summons elemental spirits, he releases soul pressure that crushes them. The palace crumbles. This isn't mortal versus immortal. It's someone who cultivated for eons versus someone who endured for eons. Different paths to power. Seohyun reveals her true form, pure spiritual energy. But Jihoon activates full Void Heart method, channeling all 40 lives at once. His body disintegrates from feet up, but the power is immense. The weight of 2,000 years manifests as gravity that pins even an immortal. Seohyun scrams, her form cracking. How are you this strong? Jihoon, barely holding together, answers. Because you taught me that curses can be power. That suffering has weight. And I've suffered more than you can imagine. He stabs through her core. The blade doesn't kill but anchors her immortal soul to the collapsing palace. She'll fall into the sea, trapped for centuries. As Jihoon's body crumbles, Seohyun laughs bitterly. You've won nothing. You're dying. No spirit root means no reincarnation this time. I made sure. This is your end. Jihoon smiles, peaceful for the first time in 40 lives. Good. 40 lives is enough. I'm tired. He closes his eyes as his body turns to ash, finally free. The silence that follows feels eternal. Victory, but at the ultimate cost. But he doesn't die. Jihoon wakes in darkness. A voice echoes, deep and ancient. Kang Jihoon, who carries the weight of 40 lives. You have done something unprecedented. Broken an immortal's design through sheer persistence. As reward, we offer choice. Beings of pure light appear, architects of reality itself. Accept true death and rest. Or be reborn one final time with a spirit root beyond anything in existence. Jihoon considers. 40 lives of struggle. He's earned rest. But he thinks of everyone who believed in him. One more life. Not as a victim. As a choice. I'll take your offer. But I want my bloodline freed. Every descendant erased, give them another chance. The cost is steep. Your new life will be harder. Enemies greater. You'll start from nothing. Jihoon laughs. I've done that 40 times. What's once more? He's born again in a completely different realm. He opens infant eyes and feels it. A spirit root resonating with void itself. Ancient enemies take note in the distance. And somewhere Iseohian's consciousness stirs. 41 lives. This time I'm not surviving. I'm conquering.